right, folks, so we are leaving Fort Monroe this morning after a couple weeks of visiting the area and getting a whole bunch of projects done. And we are en route to the Intercoastal Waterway starting in Norfolk at mile 0 on the Elizabeth River. And like we said last week, expect the unexpected, because using the Intercoastal Waterway was not something that we thought we were going to do, but we really didn't understand anything about the coast before we made that abrupt comment. So here you go, Intercoastal Waterway, here we come.
Well, folks, you've heard the lady. This week we're going to try to make it through half of our jaunt through the ICW. So why don't you join us and grab a coffee or a nice glass of wine and check the trip out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, click like and subscribe. That will also help us. Thank you very much. And in case you have something to say, leave a comment. Have a good one.
That looks to be, what, a tanker and a Navy ship?
No, two carrying boats. Watch out, big chicken wind.
Big wake. I'm going to sit down with Walter from the lovely fish boats. There's another power boat coming up behind you pretty fast. Holy shit. You out. Ay, ay, ay. I know, Walter. Nice people. All right, so here we are, Norfolk, Virginia. A lot of cool military ships that we have not filmed. And there was a military ship that came in alongside of us from France. That was interesting. Tugboat is doing wheelies back and forth across the channel. I don't know if he patrols or he was escorting the French military boat in. So, interesting.
There's somewhere to be every night of the week. Seems God ain't close as he used to be. And there's more tequila in this old town than pines in Tennessee. I ain't the man I thought I'd be. And these neon lights that keep me up got me thinking, maybe mom and dad had it right all along. We're too old to still be alone, and we ain't happy ever after all. I'm just saying it wouldn't be as bad as we made it out, living in our hometown.
Approaching our first set of bridges. There's 2 railroad bridges with a fixed 145-foot Jordan Bridge in between. I wish they were all 145 feet, but it's a nice place to start.
If you find love, don't overthink it. Just find yourself a good one, and don't you let it go. That's what they told. Maybe mom and dad had it right all along, and we're too old to still be alone, and we ain't happy ever after all. Saying it wouldn't be as bad as we made it out. Staying in our hometown, yeah, in our hometown, yeah. Maybe we should just go there.
So here comes our first 65-foot fixed bridge. But I couldn't look. Getting ready to go into the Great Bridge Rocks. Morning, folks. We're having an early breakfast and an early coffee because we need to make some miles and cover some tracks down this river on our way. It's a beautiful morning. It's warmer. It's definitely warmer here. So we're going to be heading further down the river to an anchorage south of a town called Coinchock in North Carolina. So our first day going into North Carolina. All right, better get on with it. All right, we are leaving the very pleasant welcome to Chesapeake, Virginia Great Bridge free docks. It's very cool that they have that. It's warmer. Yay. And there's a nice place to walk Walter, which he really appreciated. And we are off onto the next 65-foot bridge. Yay! So here we are. Here we are in the Albemarle Sound, and it's a very light wind from the northeast. So we put the jib out to get a sail out because we're a sailboat. At least that's what we're told.
When the wind is blowing strong and the night's a little colder, when you're tired of walking on with the smoke still in the sky, when all the noise from your day tries to crowd out all your peace, let my voice sweep you away as you're drifting off to sleep. And I say, love, I'll be your lullaby. And I say, love, I'll be your lullaby. When you're feeling all alone and my arms aren't there to hold you, and every step away from home seems like it's further than the last, ain't always gonna be easy. It ain't always gonna be hard. Let these notes and melodies be with you wherever you are. And I say love, I'll be your lullaby. And I say love, I'll be your lullaby. And I sing love.
Good morning, folks. It is a beautiful, sunny, crisp morning. We are heading out of Broad Creek Anchorage, and right there is the mouth of the Albemarle, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Sound. And there's a lineup of traffic heading south along with us. So we were a little late getting up, we thought. Actually, we got up early, but between you feed the clan, have a nice little meditation, have breakfast, seems like we're always the last to leave the anchorage. But maybe that's because we know how to do it right. Not get set up in a good spirits for the day. We're going about 39 nautical miles today into what they call the Alligator River. So here we go. Approaching the Alligator River is a swing bridge, and I believe we're going to be the fourth of 4 different boats waiting for them to open it. We've all called in our names. This bridge also wants your registration number, so I think he heard me. Vessel no pass views here of the bridge. Thank you, sir.
Roger that, Captain. You guys have a nice, safe trip. We'll see when you come back this way.
So here we are at Tuckahoe Anchorage in the Alligator River. A little unnerving coming in because we were maybe a half inch from the bottom at one spot. Such fun. Getting you really ready for the depths in the Bahamas, although there you can see Dennis is setting the bridle on the anchor. Dennis, do you want to explain what a bridle is?
The bridle is this mess of rope here. It's a big hook that hangs onto the chain,
and then we will pay this off so that the bridle will hold the chain and is a little softer than the actual chain, so that when the wind comes and goes, it doesn't just bang on the chain constantly. The rope absorbs the shock, so it helps. Obviously it was full of muck, so
These bottoms are quite muddy.
that's all it is, mud.
Lots and lots of mud.
Yeah.
Spend the night here, leave the instruments on at least for a while, because I think we're closer to high tide and we want to keep an eye on the depths. Thanks everybody, hope you liked this week's video. Join us next week for our next leg on the ICW, and as we get to Beaufort, North Carolina, help us make some decisions to come. Be sure to click like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Thanks to all our subscribers and for all those of you who viewed the video. Have a good one.